Alright, hey guys, it's Dustin, and I've got Willie out here with me today. And I've got at least one new bird hatched out in the breeding loft, but I've also doing some training now, so I'm going to show you all what I've got going on. So I've moved most of my young birds, my young homers, out here to this. For anyone that wants to know, it's 4 wide, 4 long, and 4 tall on 3-foot legs. So it's 3 foot off the ground. So it's about 7 foot in height. So that's how big it is for anyone that wants to know. And I'm going to be keeping my rollers in here after I build the flying part of my breeding loft. For anyone that doesn't know, this was only ever meant to be half of my loft. The other half was going to be the same size, which would be 4 wide, 8 long, and 7 tall. And it is still going to be 7 tall and 8 long, but I think I've decided I'm going to make it 6 foot wide now instead of 4 foot wide. Give me a little more space to work with. But for now I've moved them out here until I build that, which will probably be sometime in the next month or two. And I'm going to be trap training. I've been telling y'all for a while about trap training and needing to build a luck around. For anyone new to my channel who doesn't know what a trap is, it's just a little pigeon door that they can go into, but they cannot come back out of. A little trap door so that when they go in to eat, they can't come back out. Because if I just had used this big door that I use for me and left it open, yes, they would go in, but if some of them were slow to go in, I would have to choose between closing the door and keeping the birds that were still outside the loft from being able to get in, or leaving it open for the slow ones to get in, but then the ones that got in there first may eat enough to be full and decide to fly back out. And then they're not even hungry and wanting to get in. So a trap prevents that from happening. And so I look around, and this one's in pretty rough shape. It's kind of gotten bent and crushed, and I've had to try and kind of reshape it. Not to mention the landing board. I have a different landing board on here now than what I did when I actually made this look around. But it's just a little wire cage that goes on top of your landing board. Obviously a landing board is a board for them to land on to go through the trap. This one's made completely out of chicken wire. I would advise you to make a wooden frame and put the wire on that to make it a bit sturdier, as this thing's kind of delicate. I mean, a hawk's not going to get into it, but it's gotten kind of bent and crushed while sitting around not being used over the past year or two. And my new look arounds I build for my larger lofts will have a wooden frame with the wire stapled on there. But all it is I left the trap open. I actually have a little bob. This is just improvised with a coat hanger. Hangs on those two. You probably can't see it, but right above the door are two big metal staples that you would hammer in, and this just kind of slides into them and then hangs there, and so they can push it in to go through the trap, but of course they can't get back out. That was not originally how I was going to do it. I was just going to leave it like that, but as it turns out, even that little hole, I want to say it's 5 inches by 5 inches, it might be 4 inches by 4 inches. They can actually fly through that from inside the loft, so I had to do that. But all I do is leave it open. You can see my white homers that are older. They've already been coming out here and looking around. It'll probably be pretty easy to trap train them. I expect to be able to have them going into the trap by the middle of next week, at most probably. Those two blue homers right there. Let me open the door so you're not trying to look through the wire. Those two right there, those are older birds, or they are technically old birds. They're both about a year old, and they're already trap trained to this loft, so I could let them out right now and get them to go back in if it weren't for the look around stopping them from going through the trap. But all I've been doing is coming out here in the morning or different parts of the day, and I'll just pick one up. Here's Bentley. Put him up there, and they find their way back in. After the next, and every time I feed them, I whistle, of course, like I normally would. And I do that in the breeding loft too, so they all pretty much already know what that means. But I'm just trying to make sure they get used to hearing me whistle when I feed them in this new loft. New to them anyways. But, and then here in the next couple of days, I might even start doing it today, I'll start putting all of them. Not those two, of course, because they're already trap trained and they just take up space. But start putting as many of the young birds up in this trap as I can, and whistling, putting the food in there and letting them go through. I'll do that for a couple of days and get them to where they're doing that fine. And then I'll put my little coat hanger bob back on there, which will mean they won't be able to fly through it anymore and get out there. But I'll place them out there, and I'll probably leave it open during the day. But then I'll put it back on there and put them in there, and then I'll feed them and make them walk through that bob to come in here and eat. And there's not much more to it than that. After they get doing that okay, I'll probably have them do that for another day or two. Then they should be pretty much ready to come out here. None of them have really flown around very much yet. They, Bentley came back in. I wasn't even paying attention. I just noticed him sitting there. I was thinking, wait, I thought he was up there. But yeah. Then I should be able to let them out into the yard. And for the first couple of days, I won't make them fly. I'm sure the white ones will want to fly around some, because I know those two will fly around. And those two white ones will probably want to fly around with them. But I won't make anyone fly at first. And I'll wait till they get settled back down on the loft, and I'll give them a little time to be out here. And then I'll, put them back in. They should trap in okay. And I'll do that for a couple of days before I actually start making them fly. And again, that's kind of a lot to tell you all in one video. But again, with me doing the updates, I'll keep you all up to date as I do that. I'll give you a play-by-play. But that's all for them. I've got some new birds in the breeding loft I want to show you, but first I need to figure out where Willie went. He flew up on the loft and now I don't know where he went. Not over here. Oh, there he is. Way over there on the back. I just don't want to leave him sitting out while I make my video inside the loft. Wouldn't want a hawk getting at him or anything. Come here, Willie. Where'd you go? Maybe if I do this I can see him. All the way over to that corner. Or just where it is. Yeah. For any of you that are new to my channel, Willie was hand raised. Willie was one of several babies that were hand raised. So, Willie is real tame. Willie actually lives in my bedroom now. Come here, Willie. Come on. Come on. Ugh. Willie likes hanging out with me, but Willie gets a little excited when we come outside. Likes to try and fly around a bit, which is good, but I'm going to have to start putting a harness on him. So in here, I'm going to start over the camera, because anyone else that's new to my channel, my camera shuts off after 10 minutes to save battery. So let me restart this. Alright, so in here we've got the roller squabs, which are doing pretty well. I think they're both going to be blue based. It's a little hard to tell with one of them at the moment. I got my crossbreed between my roller and Satinet squabs getting bigger. So they can grow quickly, of course, double in size in the first 24 to 48 hours. Then I got my blue bar homers over here. They should be ready to go out there probably in the next 5 days or so, hopefully. I'm hoping. The sooner the better. And again, I'm going to have to be doing a lot of trap training with my birds as I get them in there. I'm not going to be able to fly my birds consistently until I get all the homers I'm planning to bred out for the year. I told y'all, Willie likes to fly off my shoulder and stuff when we're outside, but now that we're in here, he's kind of staying, doesn't want to go anywhere. He's a little uncomfortable around other birds. But, these eggs, I forgot to mark on the calendar. I'm not sure when they should hatch. Same goes for that one. This one down here is the one I mentioned that I knew had already hatched today. Well, I saw it this morning. For anyone that doesn't know, that's pretty much a newborn baby pigeon. It's actually about a day old now. It was a little smaller this morning. And again, for anyone who's new to my channel, I always use my hand as a shield when I put babies or eggs back under them. Wouldn't want them biting their own baby, because they will just lunge at you. They won't pay you much attention, or the baby much attention. They just start biting. Got all the birds out here in the fly pen. Here, Willie, why don't you play in the flight pen while I do my video? Probably won't. You probably come right back to me. Guys, this homer down here that isn't wanting to fly is still having the same problem. It won't really flap its wings. Something seems to be wrong with its left wing. I'm still not sure what the problem is. A friend of mine who it came from said it may be too inbred. It's from a pair of birds he got from somebody else that were probably related, and they made it up on their own. Cut it out. Don't mess with Willie. This bird was fighting Willie. Here, this is your nest box. Stay over here with your wife. Watch, it's going to go back to it. And leave him alone. Come on, Willie, you come hang out with me. Those eggs are not supposed to be hatching for a little while longer. I think I did mark them down on the calendar. Speaking of which, go to the calendar. Today is, what is today? The 12th. So, I don't have anything else going on till, I know that I've got a pair of homers hatched on the 17th and 18th. That'll be that pair right there. This pair should hatch after them. I think I marked theirs down too. Yeah, theirs should start hatching on the 21st. And sometime in between now and the 17th to 18th, I should have those eggs hatching, that egg hatching, and then these hatching. And actually, these might have hatched already. I need to check. Or one of them might have. I checked this morning, but didn't see anything. Could have been picked though. Yeah, I don't know. They should be hatching the next few days. That's why you need to make sure you write them down on your calendar so you know when they're hatching. I've forgotten to do it several times, and now I've got eggs in here that I don't know when they're supposed to hatch. But that's about it. Everything's doing well. You guys that keep up with my channel, that pair of homers I have that were from a friend that were supposed to be real good race birds, but I couldn't get them to pair up. They wound up both being cocks, and I was supposed to get two pairs, two hens, two cocks from the guy, and I wound up getting 4 cocks, so I'm not sure exactly how all that happened, but not too good since cocks can't really breed to cocks. But at least I did get 1 cock swapped out for a hen and got it paired up. These are the babies from it. Would be that one and that one right there. But yeah, I think that's it. Not a very long update today. Not too much going on, but I'll keep y'all up to date as I trap train those babies. I'll probably do little updates every day for about a week and a half probably, and put them all together into one video. Probably be a half hour or so of a bunch of short updates so y'all can watch it on one video. Unless there's someone who's trying to trap train birds right now and who would really like me to post every update as I go. A little, 5-10 minute update every day. If you want me to, then leave it in the comments and I will, but otherwise I'm just going to make it all one video, and you can look forward to that in about a week and a half-ish probably. We'll just see how it goes. I don't have set times for everything. I don't put a bird out and know that in so and so many days I'm going to be doing such and such with it. I just kind of take it at their own pace. Every bird's different. But thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. Make sure to leave a comment if there's something you want to see, and especially if you want me to put these updates up as I go instead of as one video. But thanks for watching. Take care, guys. Be quiet, JD. Alright, guys, I just put the harness on Willie. When you put a harness on a bird, this is what's called the drunken sailor stage. With pigeons, if you put it on later in the day and leave them overnight, then they're usually acting completely normal by morning. But until then, it's kind of funny to watch him try and get used to it. Again, this is not hurting him. It just feels weird on his body, trying to figure out what to do about it. I better make sure I don't have it too loose. If I had it too loose, you'd get its legs, it'd grab the bottom strap. But I'll just leave Willie like this probably all day, and Willie actually may already be acting normal by evening. If you do this with a parrot or something, it lasts even longer. Parrots get stressed out super easily. Still wants to eat though, which of course it's a baby that's hand raised, so it wants to eat like I'm a parent bird. And you can see with me doing this and him paying attention to me, he's already starting to act a little more normal. But this little metal loop right here is where the leash attaches. Keeps them from flying away. I make these myself for my pigeons, but you can buy them online, stuff like that. But for real, this is the end of the video this time. Thanks for watching, guys. Do leave anything in the comments if there's anything you want to see videos of that I might be able to do that. Hopefully I'm going to be doing some updates of some other people's lofts here soon, so you can see some other lofts. But stay tuned for that. Take care, guys. Alright guys, I'm going to start doing my videos in segments and then make like a last segment in the end where I tell y'all thanks for watching and ask y'all to like and subscribe, because I actually want to show y'all this now. I've been out here for about 10 more minutes because I was spraying out my loft that I got my young birds in, and as you can see, Willie is already acting normal. So it probably took Willie about 10 minutes at the most to adjust to wearing the harness. Willie's been flying around. Willie was on top of the loft, just came and tried to land on my head. Kind of failed at that, wound up on the ground, but Willie's already acting normal. So I told you, the drunken sailor stage ends very quickly with pigeons. So if you're someone who's watching my channel because you have a pet pigeon or you want pigeons as a pet, and you're more interested in the pet side of this than you are the racing side, here's another plus about pigeons. I've told you guys over and over again, pigeons do not stress out so easily like parrots do. And here you go, this pigeon is already used to wearing a harness after about 10 minutes. Whereas it might take you a week to get a harness on a parrot and a parrot to get used to it. Of course, attaching a leash and training it to stay on your shoulder, that's a whole other thing. But I've done that before with pigeons. It's not too bad. Willie started to back up there like he was upset. You look thirsty, Willie. I'm going to get you a drink. I need to get everyone a drink. Pretty much everyone's finished up their water. But like I said, I was just spraying this thing out. I really like my big breeding loft over there, but one thing I do like about these wire lofts like this is I can just take a water hose to it and spray out the whole thing in the summer, and it'll dry pretty quickly, especially if it's a breezy day. Usually I would do this while the pigeons are outside of it, but since these aren't trap trained yet, I had to leave them in. But that's okay too. They were all laying down, holding their wings up in the air. They enjoy the water. Willie's trying to come be with me. Here, you want to come see the pigeons in here? There are other little pigeons in here. They won't be mean to you. Probably won't be mean to you. But yeah, so that is one thing I really like about these lofts with a wire bottom and wire front. And there are some things I don't like. There's practically no insulation. You can't keep it warm in the winter, and you can't keep it cool in the summer. No cooler than it already is anyways. I mean, I can throw a tarp over the front to try and keep some rain and snow out if I want to, but some rain inevitably gets in, though of course when they sit back here they're fine. They're not going to get wet. But that is one thing I really like about this loft. But I'm pretty sure this is actually the end of my video now. So thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for putting up with me telling y'all bye over and over again and showing you more stuff. Be sure to like and subscribe for more videos. I update y'all on this loft and the training of these young birds. And I'll get those 2 blue bars in the loft, in the breeding loft, probably out here in the next few days. Probably about the time I have these guys trap trained, I'll need to start trap training those 2, and so that'll kind of mess things up. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, bye guys, thanks for watching.